राम राम एवरीवन। राम राम सद्ज्ञान। चलिए अब अब दया आपको एनिमेशन में भी मिलेगा। CID नाउ इन एनिमेटेड अवतार with CID squad, right? Inspector Pradyuman and Daya will be solving the case in CID squad. We have discussed prior के बाद 2 आता है, isn't it? And Amir Khan basically is going to marry once more, right? खैर, क्वाइट आपको पता है, आपके पास क्वाइट का क्लब होगा। क्वाइट QUIET, सेरीन, सेरेंडिपिटी, क्या डिफरेंस है? व्हाट इज क्वाइट? जॉन लेनो का कॉइन बन रहा है यूके में, isn't it? John Lennon is being honored in a specially minted British coin collection to mark the year. The Beatles co-founder. The coin, which will go on sale from Monday, right? So they are going to mint the coin. What does mint money mean? And in India, when minting started, minting कब शुरू हुई होगी coins की? In which year? What is Monday morning blues? ब्लू का भी आपको क्लब बताया था। मंडे मॉर्निंग ब्लू क्या होता है? And auspicious is associated with which month? And who was the first king to take the title of Augustus? Augustus is pure or pious. Who was the first king or emperor who took the title of Augustus? देख लो। Monday morning blues basically reluctance to work, usually after weekend or after a long holidays. ब्लू का पूरा क्लब है आपके पास। पैनिक, पैन और पैन का क्लब, PAN और PEN. What is penultimate? And how penury is different from penultimate? क्या अंतर है penultimate और penury में? Now, जो न्यूज का आज का थंबनेल था वो क्या था? Frozen zoos are gaining traction across the globe. Now they have started a trend. Bengal Chief Wildlife Warden Debul Roy, we will collect in Siliguri. They are basically making a huge zoo where they will also collect and freeze the embryos, isn't it? Spread across 67.8 acre at an altitude of 2150 meters, which is 7,000 meter. The zoo is India's highest altitude zoological park and the leader in conversion of breeding programs for red pandas, snow leopards and Tibetan wolves. Siliguri. It has also undertaken a conservation work for species like markhor, it's a screw-horn goat, Mishmi Texan and Himalayan block bear. Unlike traditional zoos, where animals are showcased for visitors. This facility has a dual role, housing the animals while also banking on their genetic legacy. Frozen zoos are gaining attraction globally, offering a last line of defense against extinction. So, to protect these animals from being extinct, isn't it? Their embryos are being frozen. In Darjeeling, banking efforts begin in July last year, with scientists collecting and preserving genetic material from captive animals such as red pandas, Himalayan black bears, snow leopards, and gorillas. As of now, we have started with captive animals, Zoo Director Basavraj Hoichili said. Hoilachi. We have developed a dedicated lab inside the zoo where we preserve gametes and DNA of endangered species so that they can be created in future. And what if like somehow we are able to find life on some planet, so we can carry these DNAs and gametes and produce those line of animals over there. So this is the new way they are thinking, new idea, right? Now, the process involves two levels of preservation: genetic sampling, which requires storage at 20 degrees Celsius, and biobanking, where tissues must be submerged in liquid nitrogen. And mind it, it has to be submerged into liquid nitrogen at minus 196 degrees Celsius. Scientists prepare for samples to prevent cell damage. The frozen zoo contains irreplaceable genetic material, living cell lines, gametes, embryos that are vital for conservation efforts, assisted production, and evolutionary biology, Holiachi said. In future, stored genetic material could be used for assisted reproduction techniques, including the possibility of using surrogate mothers to revive species. Let's say you take some animal to the space and you can use those animals for surrogacy and getting these new animals being produced. See, अगर आप कहीं पर स्पेस में लाइफ ढूंढ लेते हैं, in all probability you are supposed to have all the animals na. Then as habitats shrink and climates change, alters ecosystem, the frozen zoo may hold the key to ensuring that the ghostly sloughties of snow leopards and the playful rustlings of red pandas continue to be more than just echoes of the past, which is true. As I said, जैसे जुरासिक पार्क में आपको दिखाया गया था, how from our DNA they were able to produce the entire array of dinosaurs. It was filmed then by, I believe, Spielberg. Now it is reality. With the help of these gametes, embryos, and DNAs, they will be able to recreate the entire array of animals on any planet they find life on. JD Vance says green card doesn't give indefinite right to be in US. True. Suddenly green card मिलने के बाद लोगों को लगता था कि बस उनकी citizenship पक्की हो गई. It is the last step. It is not yet citizenship. If you continue to be a good citizen, then you may get a right to stay in that country. क्योंकि अभी इंडिया की एक स्टूडेंट है रंजानी Srinivasan, and she self-deported herself, and she was studying such a PhD that isn't planning, and suddenly she get involved in that Palestinian movement. She has nothing to do with that. What forced her, only God knows, and under whose influence. Now she has to deport herself, and she cannot deport herself, I believe, to India. Can she live here? God knows, right? Now, aside from Srinivasan's self-deportation, officials revealed that Laika Kodia, a Palestinian from West Bank, was arrested by ICE officer for overstaying on her F1 student visa. Kodia had previously been arrested in April 2024 for her involvement in pro-Hamas protest in Columbia University. So they basically first give you F1 visa and then they make all these universities and then they ask you to go back to those universities and start protesting there. Start your own political agenda into those countries. If you are into US, you shall only follow the ideals of that country. God knows. Khair, होगा क्या? They'll be deported along with that Khalil, isn't it? Mohammad Khalil, Syrian, he is staying there. They have made all those. अभी अभी कल QS की रैंकिंग आई है. हमारा पहला कॉलेज जो QS रैंकिंग में है वो दिल्ली IIT दिल्ली है, 26th रैंक पर है. थिंक ऑफ इट. फर्स्ट अगेन आई प्रिज्यूम इज MIT. हाँ, पॉइंट इज आकाश यार, उन पहले 29 कौन से हैं सोच कर देखो. वो अपने कॉलेजेस अच्छे बनाए, अपनी कंट्री की इकोनॉमी बेटर रखें एंड देन यू गो टू दोज कंट्रीज विद योर ओन पॉलिटिकल एजेंडा. गॉड ब्लेस यू ऑल. खैर, अगेन Bayern Munich एंड बुंडेसलीगा इज जर्मन लीग. Bayern Munich पता है ना. B12 क्या है? विटामिन B12 का साइंटिफिक नेम क्या है? What is the scientific name for vitamin B12? कोबलामाइसिन. कोबोल नहीं, कोबलामाइसिन. ट्रू. चलिए, इंडियन अमेरिकन गोल्फर अक्षय भाटिया, right? He is 2 times Indian American golfer Akshay Bhatia moved into front joint lead at the Players Championship with 6 under 66 and reached 10 under 134 here. He shared the lead with Australian Min Woo Lee, the 2-time PGA Tour winner. So you can be Akshay Bhatia. And Harman evening and Mumbai's might. It was Harmanpreet Kaur's brilliant 66 that helped Mumbai Indian win Women Premier League again this year. This is probably second season or third season, isn't it? And she won it. It was Harmanpreet Kaur's excellent knock is the highest by a batter in a WPL final, surpassing Nat Shiver 60 for Mumbai Indians at Delhi Capital at Brabourne Stadium, Mumbai on March 2023. कोबला माइन होगा. सही है, कोबला माइन. Cricket will be included in Olympics. Right? Virat Kohli से क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था about, and he says I am happy about inclusion. So cricket is the part of Olympics, and I hope Virat himself is a bunch of information for you all. नाउ अभी तक लोग सिर्फ बातें करते थे ना, जैसे बाबाओं की, ये क्या बाबा से कम है? दे आर द priest and pastors, and now they are engaged in some criminal activities. He is Ankur Narula, right? Recovered drug addict. He runs ministry with his wife, who is also a pastor. In 2023, that department conducted raid 12 premises of ministry. And राजेंद्र सिंह, द पापा पास्टर, जिसके आपने बहुत सारे वो देखे होंगे, started Church of Glory and Wisdom, claims to have branches in this is US, UK, and even Israel. Faces allegations of sexual harassment, and underline it, sexual harassment, right? And then Raman Hans started church. He uses miracle cures, online sermons to grow followers. And then look at their followers: 58 lakhs, 7 lakh, 34 lakh. And political science professor Ronki Ram says, if people cannot find medical facilities at the primary healthcare center or hospital and someone offers a miracle cure, why should they not try that? There is so much despondency that anything or anyone giving hope becomes godlike. True, such hopelessness is there. Even all these people who are their followers, from which strata of the society they get most of their followers? Think of it. सोसाइटी के किस स्ट्राटा से इनके फॉलोअर आते हैं? एटिकेट की स्पेलिंग बहुत बार पूछी गई है. नेक्स्ट आज का क्विज, उसमें 2-3 क्वेश्चन अच्छे हैं. वॉल्टर स्कॉट, हु रोट अ लॉट अबाउट नाइट्स and noblemen, coined a word still in use for a warrior who offered his services in exchange for money. Which is the word? A freelancer. Freelancer is a word that was coined by Walter Scott. मैंने आप लोग को बताया होगा, lance is basically spear of a warrior, and if your lance is free, that means you're not working for any king or any organization. So freelancers are those skilled workers who are basically working for money only, not for any organization in particular. Next is, which country located on Pacific Ring of Fire? What is Ring of Fire? It stretches over 300 kilometers from north to south, but only 350 kilometer wide. Long length ज्यादा है, 5000 किलोमीटर के आसपास है, width 350 है. It is Chile, राइट? चिले के नीचे ही है ना, क्या है वो, केप हॉर्न और ड्रेक पास. Isn't it? Next is, if you went Buvindi, impenetrable national park in Uganda, Ozla-Koa national park in Congo, or Virunga national park in Democratic Republic of Congo, which specific creature would you hoping to see? कौन सा स्पेसिफिक क्रीचर मिलता है इन सब जगहों पर? That is basically giraffe. When Neil Armstrong went on the moon, Apollo 11, he took a piece of wood and a scrap of muslin fabric from a craft made by whom? Wright brothers. Now they are saying, which organization in the news currently with 32 member states came together as a result of a treaty signed by Washington DC on April 4, 1949. Which is the organization which is currently in news, which suddenly is without their father figure? कौन सी कंट्री जो अपने फादर फिगर के बगैर है आज की डेट में? देख लो। नाटो। नाउ कुंजम हिंदी, थोड़ा तमिल, fueled by migration from Hindi speaking state to the south of Vindhyas. पहले क्या होता था, people from those states to come to north most often because of the centralized industrial units. Now the trend is reversed. आप बैंगलोर जा रहे हैं, हैदराबाद जा रहे हैं, चेन्नई जा रहे हैं, तो देर आर पीपल, देर इज दिस मैन, टेक द केस ऑफ रंजीत सिंह, who migrated from Raisamand in Rajasthan to Hyderabad to start retail shop. His local partner mostly dealt with the customers, but when he was away, Ranjit found it tough to do business. I realized that I cannot survive here without knowing Telugu. So I learned the language, says the 40-year. Now my Telugu is as good as locals. Then there is Yash Jain, who is an apparel marketing professional, and he realized that in Kannada, he basically one of his drivers abused him. So he called policeman, and policemen being locals, they sided the cab driver. So he realized he has to learn Kannada, isn't it? Two-way street. There is another man, Somapalli Ashok, engineer from Kurnool in Andhra Pradesh, and he has most of his workers from Hindi speaking states, so he has to learn Hindi. And this is the better way. When you learn their languages, मैं तो कह रहा हूं एनईपी में, नॉर्थ इंडिया में साउथ इंडियन लैंग्वेजेस भी तो इंट्रोड्यूस करो, एटलीस्ट बेसिक ग्रामर तो सिखा दो. दिस इज अ बैग, दैट इज अ बॉल तो सिखा दो. और ये तो तब आता है कि अभी जो इंडस्ट्रियल टिल्ट है, इट इज टूवर्ड्स देम. खैर, अनदर व्हेन सनी सेव पाकिस्तान क्रिकेटर्स फ्रॉम बीइंग पुट बिहाइंड द बार. महेंद्र अमरनाथ है, उन्होंने अपना एक मेमोयर लिखा है. व्हाट इज मेमोयर? क्या होता है मेमोयर? Fearless, in which he says, in one of the parties, right, those even Pakistani players, they were drinking and the image was surfaced in some paper. So basically they failed to invite their GOC. GOC stands for General Officer Commanding, whose jurisdiction lay in cantonment. So they didn't invite the GOC, so GOC sent the army personnel to arrest them. In comes Sunny Gavaskar and Mahendra Amarnath said, arrest us as well because we are also partying, and they cannot. It could have become a diplomatic problem with a country which is their kind of eternal enemy. So they have to release the other players as well. And in Pakistani elite, in Pakistan, non-Muslims can procure liquor, but the entire elite is having all kind of liquor flowing like anything. Okay. Now brands discover power of prayer in pilgrim rush. Even in UP, they have found new holy corridors from Shukr Tirath, Mathura Vrindavan, बांदा प्रयागराज, नैमिषारण्य, लखनऊ, बांदा. So they have started making all those pilgrim tracks. Pilgrimage is a new business now. UP can reap benefit out of it. और वो तो तय था ही था. I believe Bihar can reap greater benefit, but again the policy makers. खैर, government traces Pak bids to pin Baloch attack on India. Rake up JNK at UN. नाउ पाकिस्तान एवरी टाइम दे डिड नथिंग. आप अभी भी जाकर उनका, अरे बीबीसी का एक क्लिप है यूट्यूब पे, जाकर देखेंगे. दे हार्डली हैव एनी अप्रोच और रोड टू दैट पर्टिकुलर स्टेशन पनीर, राइट. There is no road. You cannot approach that station by road. They didn't do anything of development in Balochistan, which is more almost half of Pakistan. What if Baloch, separates itself from Pakistan? क्या होगा? Blaming India will never help them. Gold, it reaches 91,000 per 10 gram. I don't know who is behind that, but it is. लालू यादव का बेटा परफॉर्म ठुमका फॉर मी और फेस सस्पेंशन. तेज प्रताप, आई डोंट नो, ही मस्ट बी सेंट टू सम मेंटल असाइलम. वो कह रहा है पुलिस वाले को देखकर, ए सिपाही, अभी एक गाना लगाऊंगा जिस पर ठुमका लगाना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो नशा नहीं लगाओगे तो तुमको सस्पेंड कर देंगे. बुरा ना मानो, होली है. Think of it. And the man dreams of being a chief minister or at least a minister of the state. God bless the state. अगर ऐसे लोग आ गए तो. आधार का ऑफिशियल नेम UIDAI है. आपके CEC कौन है? ज्ञानेश Kumar. What he is saying that he is going to attach that electoral photo identity card EPIC number with Aadhaar card. Now they both will be interconnected, so there will be very few chances of having a forged EPIC. Now Pawan Kalyan wades into Hindi row with Tamil film jibe. It is Pawan Kalyan has basically said, अभी वो he is with government ना, आंध्र प्रदेश गवर्नमेंट में है. I forgot the name of his party. So he said Jan Sena, right? He said, why do Tamil Nadu politicians oppose Hindi while allowing their movies to be dubbed in Hindi for financial gains? They want money from Bollywood but refuse to accept Hindi. Pawan Kalyan. And he was basically answered by that villain from Prakash Raj. He said, we love Hindi but don't impose it on us. And I believe that news is better one. जहां पर where you let people mix with each other, they both will learn about each other's language. पहले माइग्रेशन सिर्फ साउथ टू नॉर्थ था, अब नॉर्थ टू साउथ जबरदस्त माइग्रेशन है. ऑलमोस्ट हर फैमिली का कोई ना कोई जानकार बैंगलोर पहुंचकर जॉब कर रहा है. एंड बिलीव मी, लोकल्स नोवेयर आर सपोर्टिव. दे विल जस्ट गेट यू इफ यू डोंट स्पीक द लैंग्वेज. चलिए खैर, Amit Shah, he has opened a police academy in Assam. मैंने ये देखा, सोचो ना, कांग्रेस जिंदाबाद. कांग्रेस के पास नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न इंदिरा गांधी रीजनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ हेल्थ एंड मेडिकल साइंसेस है. हु मस्ट हैव नेम्ड इट नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न इंदिरा गांधी? Can't they find a local hero? भगवान भला हो, लक्षित बोरफुकान का चंद लोगों को पता तो है. Who is लक्षित बोरफुकान? How much north east in our everyday life? Sachin Tendulkar, आज के दिन he became the first international cricketer to score 100 international centuries. And how nobody plays ODI. 1971 में ODI शुरू हुआ था, तब से अब तक इंडिया ने कुल 1066 मैचेस खेले हैं, तो 53% जीते हैं। ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने 60%, साउथ अफ्रीका ने 60%। ट्रू, बट पॉइंट इज आकाश, क्या नॉर्थ ईस्ट हमारे पब्लिक लाइफ में डेली डिस्कशन में है? इंदिरा गांधी के नाम पर वहां पर बना हुआ है नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न मेडिकल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मेडिकल साइंसेस। हाईएस्ट विन परसेंटेज ऑस्ट्रेलिया और साउथ अफ्रीका का है। पाकिस्तान ने भी 50% से ज्यादा जीते हैं। ऑफ लेट इंडिया इज प्लेइंग लाइक एनीथिंग। खैर, व्हाट डज एनोनिमस मीन? एनोनिमस का मतलब क्या होता है? एंड व्हाट इज फेटल? एनोनिमस एंड फेटल। Deadly. Anonymous without name. You have more than, I believe, 50 to 70 words along with a sociological order of the society, isn't it? Along with the classification, सारी चीजें बताई थी। What is glaucoma? ग्लोकोमा इज एन आई डिजीज। हाँ, हिडन आइडेंटिटी एनोनिमस होता है विदाउट नेम। नाउन का चेक कर लेना। नाउ इंडिया में आप किसी भी लेवल पे पहुंच जाए, बट जो ना द हंगर फॉर पावर, देयर इज मैन हु पोज्ड एज ओमान एनवॉयज एक्स एमएलए's ब्रदर एंड वेल नोन जूलॉजी प्रोफेसर, and his name is कृष्ण शेखर राणा, KS राणा। और उन्होंने उसको गल्फ कंट्री काउंसिल ने दे हैव गिवन हिम एन ऑनरी टाइटल। उसको मिस यूज करके बंदे ने अपने लिए वो बनवा लिए बहुत सारे, मतलब सिक्योरिटी वगैरह के, जो वीआईपी सिक्योरिटी प्रोटोकॉल्स था, ही यूज टू टेक दैट। KS राणा, हाँ, इट इज हियर, राइट। द GCC गल्फ कंट्री काउंसिल accepted his proposal and gave him an honorary appointment of trade commissioner in August 2023. We wanted to work with him because of his academic background, said Vadi Kashvi of India GCC. But despite multiple invitations, he never visited Oman. He always made excuses. And the man on that pretext basically asked for VIP protocols in an event in Faridabad, Agra, in Ambedkar University, then Sridham, Vrindavan, and he was basically caught during his visit at Ghaziabad. And the man is basically a noted professor, right? In 1999, he established Krishna PG College in Agra, which now has over 1,000 students. He also owns a resort in Jaipur Highway, which is managed by his son. On college website, Rana is introduced as an educationist, environmentalist, philanthropist, and social worker, and also an FGS London. Neither police nor his associate spoke could confirm whether FGS meant Fellow of Zoological Society if Rana had an association. but he definitely used his position to influence people. VIP protocol का मतलब क्या बनता है? And he said he is an envoy, an ambassador of Oman. God knows. Khair. Now, with bio-banked genetic material, Darjeeling has India's first frozen zoo. They are basically storing all kind of genetic material, and I sincerely believe with the advent of AI, it will be easier to create womb-like situation and develop those animals on some planet. US sex South African envoy brands him a hater, and his name is, by the way, Ibrahim Rasool. Ibrahim Rasool is a race baiting political who hates America and hates at POTUS Trump. So Marco Rubio declared him a persona non grata. What is persona non grata? You got to get it. Cuba. Most of Cuba spent second day without power. I hope you all know Cuba. अगर नहीं पता Guantanamo पढ़ लेना. Most Cubans were still without power. Sugar bowl, guitar and cigar. Right? Fidel Castro and Hugo Chavez. Point is, what socialism gave the countries. सोचो सिंगापुर इतनी छोटी सी कंट्री होकर इतना ज्यादा लाइक उसका पर कैपिटा बेटर है, अपने नेचुरल रिसोर्सेस नहीं है, राइट. बट पॉइंट इज, ये देखो, क्यूबा were without power on Saturday, a day after latest widespread electric outage to hit Caribbean country of 9.7 million inhabitants. Cuba's 8 thermal power plants dating to 1980s and 1990s experienced regular failures. Cuba also relies on floating Turkish power barges, but a 1962 US embargo, what is embargo, has made it difficult for Cuba to import fuel. लंका डज अ वर्मिन चेक. व्हाट इज वर्मिन? मैंने योगी जी के क्लब में बताया होगा. वर्मिन अब तो योगी जी नेपाल तक में दिखाए जाने लगे हैं मेरे भाई. Now, 2 Indian origin women. नहीं. Embargo is not full attack. A complete ban on something. Trade. Especially a trade embargo. 2 Indian origin women in cabinet, and she is Anita Anand and Kamal Khera. Anita Anand, 58, is the Minister of Innovation, Science and Industry, while Khera is the Minister of Health, both among the few retaining their ministerial post, albeit with the different portions from Justin Trudeau cabinet portfolios. Beg your pardon. Khera's family shifted to Canada when she was still in school. She earned her Bachelor of Science degree from York University, beg your pardon. And Anand, who was a front runner in the race of being next PM to replace Trudeau, had in Jan declared that she is backing out from the race and also that she would not be seeking re-election. However, she had reversed the decision on March 1, saying that Canada is facing crucial moment in our nation's history. Born and raised in rural Nova Scotia, Anand moved Ontario in 1985. So obviously migrant parents होंगे, These countries are at least giving them opportunity. और हमारे यहाँ के idiots चाइना का गाना गाते रहते हैं. Now TTP तहरीके तालिबान पाकिस्तान launches operation for Sharia rule. और अभी भी उन्होंने recently they have attacked on some तोरखम border. और आज भी तो बलूचिस्तान में they are saying that it has BLA has attacked a convoy of frontier corps. It is like their BSF, and it killed some 90 soldiers. BLA कह रही है, BLA claims mass execution of 214 train hijack hostages. It killed all of them, and I believe it was very difficult for Pakistani army when you have those suicide bombers sitting with the passengers, and Majid Brigade is known for that. Even if one, say you have eliminated single suicide bomber, what about others? What they will do? Won't they blow themselves off? God knows. They have created those monsters. वर्मेन आकाश योगी के क्लब में है, योगी बाबा का क्लब. NASA gets some more week to submit sackless. NASA on Friday said it received 1 week to deadline extension to submit the plan for mass layoff to the top US personnel agency. Given the number of high priority space mission the agency is grappling with this month. So it has many space programs probably. अब सोचो ना, what if NASA gets weakens, who will get stronger? अगर नासा कमजोर होगा तो ताकत किसके पास आएगी? ट्रम्प ऑर्डर्स गटिंग ऑफ 7 more एजेंसीज. 7 और एजेंसीज को इसने वॉइस ऑफ अमेरिका, गवर्नमेंट फंडेड मीडिया एजेंसीज, दैट क्रिएट्स अ स्पेस फॉर अमेरिकन व्यूज ग्लोबली, राइट? ग्लोबल मीडिया congressionally chartered as an independent agency. The organization, with a budget of roughly 270 million and more than 2,000 employees, broadcasting in 49 languages. So Voice of America को वो nullify कर रहा है. The other agencies targeted on Friday are the Federal Mediation and Consultation Services, the Woodrow Wilson International Charter for Scholars, the Institute of Museum and Library Services, the US Interagency Council on Homelessness, the Community Development Financial Institution Fund, and the Minority Business Development Agency. In 7 days, the heads of the entities must submit their plans for complying with the order. So obviously they have made it shall be an eye opener for us. I am pretty happy, at least IIT Delhi 26 पे तो पहुंचा. Hope in next 10 or 12 years it will be the leading IITs. At least top 5 will lead the world, including IISc. Top 5 तो like Chennai, Delhi, Bombay, Kharagpur, Kanpur, they must show the path. America walled off USA. They have created a travel ban for 43 countries and they put Pakistan in orange list, which means whose nationals would be curtailed but not completely banned. These countries could be eligible for only certain types of short-term visas within person interviews. So Pakistanis are not allowed to move freely to America. With this, एक और चीज जाते जाते, what does chronic mean? Chronic का मतलब क्या होता है? Chronic से आपके पास words हैं. What does the word chronic mean? Chronic का मतलब क्या होता है? देख लो टेंस में सारे थे ना, बल्कि सिंक्रोनस था और क्रोनोमेट्री थी, isn't it? What is chronicity? Chronic क्या होता है? A problem or disease that remains for a long time is called chronic. Right? चलो खैर आज के लिए इतना ही, मिलते हैं कल। राम राम।